Alright guys, what is going on? Gonna give you a quick strat for the Mythic, Vexie, and Geargrinder. Um, I'm gonna assume you know most of the mechanics, and we're just gonna kind of run through the strat. Uh, the Myth mechanic is when you kill the bikers, you can't immediately run them into the boss. You have to soak some oil and then dump it into the bike. With the Mythic mechanic, when you soak a puddle and drop off the oil to the bikes, um, you cannot soak another puddle for like 30 seconds or something. It's pretty much like once per phase. Okay, so the best way to look at it, so the map is kind of oval like this. You gotta kind of split it up into, I think, like 3 circles, right? You have like a middle, an inner circle, and then the outer circle, right? So the boss is gonna be, and you can go either way, it doesn't really matter, but um, you kind of want the range and healers just slightly ahead of the tank and the melee on the outside of the inner circle here. So the tank and the melee and the boss are going to be inner circle, going around in a circle, and the range are going to follow throughout the fight on the outside. So we're going to get some oil in the middle. The boss drops oil there too. And you know, it's pretty much the same. It's just kind of like being coordinated and staying together. So the reasoning too of having the boss here on the inner circle is so when the bikers come through, there's always a path back to the boss. Definitely super easy in the first before like the first intermission, but you know, as the boss starts kind of like getting around the map, you get kind of jammed into these corners with you know, because there's gonna, you know, just oil keeps coming out, like bikers get behind, then oil gets in between. You know, these are the problems that are gonna end up happening. So it's about keeping everyone together, bait the bikes into the wall, and have path constantly into the boss. Definitely everybody soak at all times. If you have 2 people in one circle, it's totally fine. Only one will get the oil and one will get the debuff. That same guy, right? So you don't have to worry, like if 2 people are in one, it's totally okay. Like make sure you soak those things and get the bikes ASAP. Okay? And that's really the whole fight. You just kind of rinse and repeat, go around in a circle. Just be conscious, like you don't have to keep moving the boss in a circular pattern. You know, if you get to a point where, you know, the boss is on this side of the oil and there's bikes here, you totally can move the boss over here. Because you know, it's also dependent on, you know, the fire getting, you know, clearing the oil properly. And um, but yeah, you definitely, as best you can, want to stay stacked. Have melee and tanks on the inner circle, healers and ranged on the outer circle, oils to the middle. You don't want to move a whole lot unless you actually have to, and then you want to group move. Like you never want to split people up. You don't want like tank and DPS moving and then people get behind. The longer it takes you to kill the bikes and get them, you know, fired off, the more the boss is going to get behind and drop oil here, right? So the quicker you could do that and stay together and keep everything moving, you're going to get it killed ASAP, Rocky. Good luck, boys.